I think that if you have a very important information that will actually change everybody's life,
Hmm.
you'll find the audience on Facebook to actually jump on information. So it depends about what you are giving them. So
Hmm.
whatever information you're giving them will determine what kind of audience you're gonna get. So if you have information for all ages, you're gonna attract those kind of stuff that people to come and watch your product. If you have information about a certain kind of age, so it depends about what you have, what you're offering them. Everybody have an opinion what I should write about, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to uh, basically nobody is interested in your story and what do you call it, uh, about yourself.
Uh-huh.
They care about what you can do to help them, you know.
Yes.
So if you are writing, if you're not focusing and solving a problem for somebody,
Yeah.
they don't care about what you're writing.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Your Lab Central. Today I have with me Richard. So Richard, would you like to tell our audience why they should be excited about this conversation?
Well, my name is Richard Triamante, and I'm an author. As you can see, I've written 177 books, no,
Mhm.
117 books at Amazon right now, and I'm still working on more books. I talk about elevating people's self-motivation. I like to elevate people from where they are to their next level. So I wasn't always like this, I was someone that I was basically overweight,
Oh.
and my journey about writing books started when I wrote my first book. It's called "You Will Keep Struggling to Lose Weight Until You Try This Four-Step Method of Losing Weight." I
Mhm.
was overweight. I found myself weighing 224 pounds, and
Mhm.
I have it written in my book, and that was my first book I published.
Mhm.
And I get people making fun of me, and random people meet me and tell me you're so fat. So I dropped my weight from what do you call it? From 224 pounds all the way to 165 pounds, basically, from
Mhm.
you know. So I was very big, and I was making fun all the time. So that's how my journey started. So I wrote my Facebook.
Yeah.
I figured out what I'm supposed to do to lose weight, and when I lose a weight, I wrote that four-step method of losing weight. And
Mhm.
that was my Facebook, and that's how I started writing. So after I finished writing the book, I said, no, I think I have more to share. So
Yeah.
from that one book
Yeah.
came 117 books I have published at Amazon.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I know how where do these ideas come from? I mean, you have a lot to share, but where are your ideas coming from?
Basically, I do a research about things that
Mhm.
actually people are going through. And
Mhm.
basically, when you write in a book, the thing that you have to focus on is solving an issue, like a pandemic issue, a problem. Something like I wrote a book called The Money Mindset. It
Yeah.
talks about the people struggle with money. I mean, as you can tell, everybody on this planet want to make money. You know, money is extremely very important. So I wrote a book about that because I know everyone that work on this face it. When you wake up in the morning, you need money to do, and people have a certain kind of limited belief about money.
Hmm.
And in the books, I talk about it, the steps and the solution to resolve these issues.
Hmm.
So I look for things that people are going through, and I deliver a solution in my books through steps and back with science so that it will help people to elevate people. Yeah.
So, are you sharing experience that you've gained through life, or is it something that you're researching, finding out, talking to people, going through knowledge articles, and something like that?
Basically, it's an experience and also experience in doing research too.
Right.
It's a life experience. Yeah. So it's all mixed up together. So
Okay.
all my experiences with life together, my research, I put it together and
Mhm.
I put it in a book to elevate and to inspire people. The whole goal is to elevate and inspire people. That's the whole goal.
And how do you feel when you're on this journey, right? Talking to people, people reaching out to you. What is the response that you're getting? What
Yeah,
kind of?
basically, like I have the books at Amazon. Like I tell you before, my main goal is to inspire people. I mean, people they are buying the books a lot at Amazon. I'm
Yeah.
advertising the book, they're buying a lot. That's what is inspiring me to write more. Obviously,
Right.
uh, it's like a visionary. My goal is to actually change millions of people's life
Mhm.
through writing these books and what is the best way to actually affect somebody's life than to write it in the book so they can sit down in their comfort home and read the book to change their life. Basically, when you change your mind, you
Mhm.
change your life, basically, you know? So basically, the whole thing is about elevating people through writing and inspiring them to become the better person they are. Yeah.
Now, how has your life changed? You mentioned, right? This journey started with the first thing that you did was getting on the journey of reducing weight, and then you wrote your first book, and then you went on the whole journey. What was the trigger? Like, where did that inspiration come from?
Well, the
About
inspiration came from like I'm a Aquarius, right? And if
yeah,
you watch the horoscope of Aquarius, Aquarius are basically visionaries, right? So
okay,
my whole goal is that I grew up uh, in church, right?
okay,
And I like to basically I don't go to church on Sunday, but I believe in God, right?
hmm,
So I grew up having this mindset about making people's life better, you know.
yeah,
So this is my source of inspiration. Basically, I believe that if you we are all put in this planet here to make each other's life better.
yeah,
So whatever you're doing, if it's not elevating somebody's life and inspiring them, I mean, what is the point? You know? So this is my inspiration because I see so many people going through a whole lot of stuff. And if I have this ability and the wisdom to make their life better, then so be it. I'll keep doing that because I believe that anyone that pick up one of these books here, this book basically is going to help them change their life, and that makes me very good, happy, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So, how do you share the message of your books? I mean, to people to those who it's not reached yet, right? Do you go out, speak in public speaking stages, or do you go to conferences or something of that sort?
I go to podcasts like this one because I've been through so many podcasts. If you if you go me on YouTube,
Uh-huh.
basically I'm all over YouTube. I've been to like probably 15 podcasts already, you
Uh-huh.
know. So I share and I have Facebook that I actually show it with LinkedIn and Google and all that kind of stuff. So my information is out there. If you search my name, Richard
Uh-huh.
Trader Mante, my books is all over the place, you know. And if you go to Amazon, you search my name, my books is all over Amazon. So basically, this is how I share the information, and it's very easy to find me, you know. So I
And
use all this social media right here to actually make yourself findable because you
uh-huh.
can write a whole lot of books, and if nobody know who you are and what you're doing, they come back just like a movie. If they
Yeah.
make the movie, they have to go and advertise it and show the whole world about it. You know, the same way with writing a book. So if you're writing, you have to make yourself findable. People can find you so
Yeah.
they can buy the book. You can change their life to make their life better than what they are right now, you know.
Now, so since you mentioned social media, let's just get to that. Okay.
Yeah.
The first thing you mentioned was Facebook. So it's just that I'm hearing it from a lot of people, right? That the
Yeah.
audience on Facebook is aging. Are you seeing that somehow in the audience that you have on Facebook, or is it all everybody is there when you go on
Well, I
Facebook?
think that it's not about aging. It depends on what kind of information you have. Because I think that if you have a very important information that will actually change everybody's life,
Hmm.
you'll find the audience on Facebook to actually jump on information. So it depends about what you are giving them, you know? So
Hmm.
whatever information you're giving them will determine what kind of audience you're gonna get. So if you have information for all ages, you're gonna attract those kind of stuff that people to come and watch your product. If you have information about a certain kind of age, so it depends about what you have, what you're offering them, that will determine it because you can't just tell without talking about like this, right? You know?
Hmm.
Mhm.
So, do you write the same stuff or do you share the same thing across all three, all different platforms like Facebook, no, YouTube, and Instagram, TikTok? Do you share the same thing across all platforms or do you write every a message for each platform differently?
Well, basically, I'm also a YouTuber to have 5 YouTube channels that
Okay.
actually I do affirmation about money affirmation. I do weight loss affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go on my website, it's called richardtmante.com. Richard T as in Tom Mante.com. I have all my YouTube information there. So YouTube basically I talk about I write affirmation and I make it public. I publish on YouTube and I talk about the affirmation. I just publish the. And basically that's it. The Facebook, I advertise my books. I have so many advertising going on the Facebook, LinkedIn, and uh, X.
Yeah.
Every social media have my information there, because my books is published not only on Amazon and Ingram Spark and Google and everywhere, basically,
Mhm.
on Lulu. Yeah, so I'm everywhere basically. But when I go on you on YouTube, I just inspire people through my YouTube videos and stuff. I have a lot of 5 channels, just imagine that.
Yeah, yeah. That must be a lot of work, right? Handling
A
five.
lot of work. I'm writing and doing YouTube. Now I put a little bit of hold on the YouTube and I focus more on writing. My goal is to make sure that I put up like 1,000 books. So I just started this journey and I'm just looking for more inspiration. And you want to put that inspire me to even write more because you give me opportunity to come to your show. You know what I mean? So my goal is to inspire. So I'm going to write as many books as I can. My target is 1,000. I have to have a vision. So I'm working on one. Maybe next time when I talk to you again, I'll tell you the number.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So just want to understand what are the different topics that you've written about? Like money,
Mhm.
spirituality. I can see love and smart. I don't know.
Loving smart. I talk about relationships, inspirational. I
Hmm.
talk about, like basically it's nonfiction books that I write. I write nonfiction books. So every genre in nonfiction books, I have a book about it. Imagine 117 books. I
Hmm.
have to write different kind of for Amazon to publish it for you. You have to write different kind of genre, right? So
Yeah.
basically, the genre is what do you call nonfiction? But I write about a whole lot of stuff. I mean, I have to get a book to go through it. It's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And I
So,
only see 4 hours a day, by the way.
sorry.
I only see 4 hours a day.
Okay. Um,
Yeah,
so you mentioned X in between, right?
yeah.
How you finding the engagement on X? Because from a lot of my guests, I've heard that yeah, they're not liking the kind of engagement that they're getting on X. The audience is a little, I don't know.
Well, like I said before to you, like it all depends about what kind of information you're putting out there because I
Uh-huh.
mean it's a social media. Everyone is entitled for their own opinion. So whatever you put out there, if it's
Mhm.
good, people are going to talk about it. And I mean, some of them are going to say some nice stuff, some of them are going to say some negative stuff.
Yeah.
So it's all depend on what you're putting out there. So whatever you put out there, make sure whatever you put out there is good. That will cause somebody to change their life because the information you put out there, if it's not good, people are going to criticize it. And if it's good, they're going to talk about it. So they will let you know whatever you're putting out there, whether it's good or not, by what you're putting out there. And some of the people too, they don't care whether you put it good or not good. They still have to criticize it. So that one, you just have to just leave it like that. Yeah.
So what do you do with such people? I mean, when you encounter something like that, you just let them be, ignore it, or something
Well,
else.
that's the only thing you do because I mean, they are not in any side. If you
Uh-huh.
write something good, they don't say nothing good about it. If you say something negative, they don't say nothing good. They just criticize what you do. So that's who they are. The best thing to do is just let them be and just wish them the best. You can't go fight them because you're not gonna win. There's no winning that. You gotta leave them alone and wish them the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
And how do you deal with genuine criticism on, say, social media platforms? There are a lot of people engaging, right? They give good comments, they give bad comments. Some give good suggestions. How do you incorporate that into your writing or in your general stuff?
Basically, what I do is that if they criticize me, I listen to what they're saying. Basically, if someone's criticized, basically they're doing you a favor, because
Hmm.
maybe they see something about you that you don't see about yourself. So when they criticize you, you shouldn't take it personal. You have to become open-minded what they're doing and listen to what they're doing. It's gonna make your life better if you are that
Yeah.
open-minded. Listen to what they're saying and just give it a reality check to see if it's gonna make your life better. If it's gonna make your life better, use it to make your life better. You need to make your writing or whatever you're doing, you need to make your life better, but don't be too personal about it. And you have to look at it in an open-minded way. If you just say they criticize me, you look at it in a negative way, you can never see the true, what do you call it, message they're trying to send to you. But
Mhm.
if you look at it as maybe this person have seen something about me that I don't know about myself, let me just be open-minded about what they're saying and use that to make your life better.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know.
But sometimes when people engage on social media, right, they're like, okay, no, I don't like your writing. You should be writing something about this other topic that is there in the world. Has it ever happened to you? What have you thought about it?
Well, it never happened to me, but the friends and family I have, everybody have an opinion what I should write about, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to uh, writing, basically, nobody is interested in your story and what do you call it, uh, about yourself.
Uh-huh.
They care about what you can do to help them, you know.
Yes.
So if you are writing, if you're not focusing and solving a problem for somebody,
Yeah.
they don't care about what you're writing because people need help and people want solution for what they're going through.
Mm.
And if you decide to want to write, make sure you're writing something that is actually going to solve a problem, a group of people that are going through something that is actually bothering them. Find a solution in that writing and just put it in the book and the steps and back it up with science,
Mhm.
then deliver it to them in a very good way. And you're gonna get an audience and you're gonna help a lot of people,
Yeah.
in a genuine way. Yeah.
So, where are your books majorly selling? Is it across the world? Is it specific countries that you're seeing a lot of leverage from?
Yeah, basically, I advertise my books through Amazon advertising, basically, and these books, every single one of them is published on Amazon. If you just Google my name, Richard Trillian Mante,
Mhm.
you search my book, every single one of these books here is available on Amazon. I also have a website. It's called richardtmante.com.
Yeah.
You can get these books too on my website, and it's incredible. When you go there, you're gonna see all the podcasts I've been to. You can see I have some videos about myself. So it's incredible. And I believe that if you have opportunity to pick up one of these books, it's going to be a blessing because it doesn't cost that much. The amount of work that I put into write the book and the information I'm giving, it doesn't mean value the amount of the money you're giving it to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a gift that I'm giving to the universe people to change their life, to make their life better. That's my whole goal.
How long have you been on this journey? I mean, you're a serial author, right? Just writing a lot of books. How long have you been writing?
Well, I started 3 years ago when I published my first book,
Okay.
you know, because of my weight, it took me a long time to publish that book. I wanted to do it, but I mean, the book I actually wanted to do was longevity,
Hmm?
living long, because I didn't think Amazon was going to publish that book for me. So uh, I used my weight loss because I did a research about the weight loss. I was struggling basically. Every time I put on the weight, I put it back on. Like I'll lose the weight and I'll put it back on. I'll lose the weight. I went through a lot. I didn't know what was happening to me, basically.
Yeah.
So one day I was walking down a park, and what got me is that a random guy, looked at me and called me fat.
Right.
He called me fat. And I'm like, why would this guy call me that? Not knowing that's the biggest breakthrough ever. Even though what he said to me at that moment was a very negative way. Imagine you walking down the park, a guy come to you and tell you, come over here, I gotta tell you something. The guy looked me in the face and said to me, dude, you are fat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he said that to me, and I said to myself, wow, this guy coming with that. That's my breaking point. So I came home, I looked at myself in the mirror, and I realized this guy was telling me. So I decided to, and also I was having an issue with my breathing too, because I was overweight, right? So when I was sleeping, I was struggling to breathe. You know what I mean? So when
Yeah.
the guy told me that, I took it really serious because I was very offended. And I did a research, and I start trying to want to lose weight. And every time I lose this weight, I gain it back again. Every time I lose it, I gain it back again. And I was trying to figure out what's happening to me. And I became aware that I've unconsciously programmed my subconscious mind with a certain kind of weight goal that I wasn't aware of. So once I changed the program within myself, everything is in the book. I begin to change my behavior.
Mhm.
And when I implement what my first step in the book, I
Uh-huh.
use that in the true imagination and affirmation. All that I use that
Right.
and to change my life at this moment right now. talking to you. So I was my inspiration and my stepping stone to get where I am right now, you know.
Right. So just want to understand, you've written 117 books in three
Yeah.
years, close to 30 books a year. I know, 2.5 books a month, something of that sort. How are you managing this? So,
Well, like I said to you before, I sleep at 4 hours a day, you
yeah.
know. So in 24 hours, imagine if I put in 20 hours to do this work
Mhm.
and I only sleep 4 hours, I'll be able to do a lot, you know. And I'm a hardworking guy, and when I put my mind to something, I get it done. So I just know the topics I'm going to write about. I focus on it and I get it going. In the beginning, like I said to you, my first book, it took me 3 years to do it, you know. Once you figure something out, it's very easy to do it. You know what I mean? You use the same process. So if you don't know how to do something, it's always difficult, you
Yeah.
know. And people always think that it is very hard to write. It is not because you don't know. Anything you don't know how to do is always hard. But if you think uh, about how to get it done and you figure out how to do it, it becomes very good. It becomes very easy. So once you figure out how to do something, it's not hard anymore. So you begin to implement the same system you used to do that one over and over to do so much amazing stuff to help people, you know? So I just want to put it out there that nothing is hard. Everything is easy. If you put in your mind that it's hard, you
Yeah.
block all possibility of actually making the thing happen because your mind will think it's hard. But if you think it's easy, just be open-minded, figure out a way how you're going to do the thing. And when you get it done and you figure out how to do it, it will become easy for you to get it done, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's very true, right?
yeah.
Okay, now tell me what's your favorite book that you've written? I know.
Okay, so I got a lot of favorite books, man. My favorite book is the what do you call it, weight loss book. I'm gonna give it three. One of them is the weight loss book. You keep struggling to lose weight until you try this first step of losing weight.
Uh,
And the second favorite book is a longevity,
uh,
living long, living better, a practical guide for all. Also published on Amazon. And my third one is the money mindset because these three areas are very important. You know what I mean? Your health, is number one. Okay, it's
yes,
more important than anything.
that's right.
Well, after your health is money. You need money to survive. You need money to do anything you do, you know?
Mhm.
And basically, I talk about the longevity, right? And I talk about the weight loss and the money mindset. Okay, you have to live long. After you get money, you have to figure out how to keep yourself healthy and to live long. So these three areas of life, books here is very important, you know? Money mindset, the longevity, and the weight loss book, you know? Yeah, that makes sense, right?
That definitely makes sense. What about
Yeah.
relationships?
Well, the relationship is incredible too. I'll say that's my fault because a lot of people are going through so many issues with relationship because
Mhm.
let's say a person had a certain kind of relationship with an ex or something, and they have that mindset in their mind. So there are certain men that believe all men are the same, and there are certain women that believe that all women are the same, right? So basically, they have this belief system in them. So they will break up with a partner having this mindset. Basically, this mindset is a limited belief that you have ingrained into your consciousness, into your subconscious mind. So as you think that, it doesn't matter who you meet, it's going to be the same thought that you have in your mind because that's what you're thinking. You attract what you think about, you know?
Yeah,
So I'm here to advise anyone that have this kind of mindset that just because you had a bad relationship with one person in the past doesn't mean that all men are all women are the same. Everybody's different. It depends on what you're thinking. So you have to change your mindset and have the mindset of the person you're looking for. When you have that mindset, you begin to attract that kind of person into your life.
okay.
And I've written all this in those uh, the books that I have regarding relationships, and it's incredible books that when you pick up, it will change your mindset regarding holding thought that are not beneficial to you and
Mhm.
changing any limited belief you have regarding relationship and transforming your life to attract your soulmate. So most of these books is about soulmate by the way, how to attract your soulmate, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, now I was about to ask something. Now I've forgotten what I wanted to ask about.
It's okay. Take your time,
So
you're gonna, yeah.
now what I wanted to so yeah. So how many books have you sold in total in the past 3 years?
Well,
It's just random, random. It just came to my mind.
I cannot tell number. The number is pretty good. I don't really have because it's so many books, right? And
Uh-huh.
haven't really keep track of it. You know what I'm saying? So I have like a personal assistant that they keeping track of this stuff for me. So maybe next time I see you, I'll be able to give you a number. Now you bring my attention to it. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah, it's very important that I have that number for next time because I keep on writing, and when you write, this is a difference, right?
Mm.
So like the whole goal is to change a person's life. Of course, I want to make money too, but the whole vision is to transform people's life and change them. Because what are we here for if you can
Yeah.
help each other to get better, right?
Right.
You help me to get better, I help you to get better. We lift each other up. The more you lift each other up, the more we become better, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's one mission of this conversation as well, right? We're here to discuss our each other's learnings, your learnings, you sharing it with the world, and I'm becoming that small medium through which your message.
Exactly. And I really appreciate you inviting me to come to your show, you know?
It's just my pleasure. I mean,
Thank
it's
you.
thank you for accepting the invitation. Yeah, because that's where it all started.
But I
So
mean, that's the only way that I can share the information about my book. So anytime you want me to come over, maybe next time I come again, I probably have more books to talk about, and more stories to tell
yeah,
you.
that's what I was about to ask. What are the books that
Yeah.
you're writing about right now, and how many are you writing now?
I'm writing a lot. Before I even came to you, I was writing before I came.
Uh-huh.
And when you were looking for me I mean, you had a little misunderstanding about the time to come to this podcast. So I said, well, if you're gonna come at 1:30, then let me go do some work right now, write some other books, And I mean, I have so many ideas, I can't even keep track. So I'm taking my time to do this. And after I finish writing other books too, I'm going to branch into making courses and putting the books on the courses on my website because the whole thing, like I will turn these books into courses, basically. It's very, very important for me because I've been given a gift to be able to do something like that, and I have to make sure that in 24 hours, actually, I don't waste my. I write the books about time, not to waste time. I write the books about time because people waste so much time. There's something I read a book about how to buy your time back
Yeah,
from wasting so much time. So all of these books are incredible because if you read them, it will actually cause you to focus. It will cause you to focus. I don't want to turn around and show all these books. I'm sure the audience can see because I have like a big library here with full of books, over
uh,
100 books over here. So I'm just showing a little bit over here. But if you want to find out more, all you have to do is go to richardtmante.com, my website, or even you can even Google my name on Google. You put Richard Trilamante, then Google will give you all my books over there. I have my books all over there. You click the images, you're gonna see all the books over there. You know what I mean? And I'm very excited about this journey. Very excited. I'm excited about people reading these books to change their lives. It makes me very happy.
right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Richard. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Your Lab Central. So, on that note, to the audience who's been listening and watching, if you liked what we talked about, do leave a like. The comment section is always open for questions, for additional perspective, or if you aren't have any questions, so you can mention that as well. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe before you close the window if you're not subscribed yet. So thank you, Richard. Thank you for joining me, and thanks to the audience for listening and
And
watching.
thank you so much, my friend, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.